Hi, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, which gets it out to more people. So, thank you so very much for doing so. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. And as always, the cards will tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know. Let's begin. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Okay. So we are crowned here by awakening reversed. So awakening says changing the way we look at the situation, embracing your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. And what we're really seeing here, Capricorn, is an increase in the action towards things. And there's a questioning. There's almost a sense of like, I've changed the way I looked at things. I changed the way I did things. I didn't get the results that I wanted. And now I'm questioning me. I'm questioning my awakening. I'm questioning what I'm going through. That's always part of an awakening. So even though we might feel stuck or stagnant or overwhelmed or doubting or really intense emotions, there's a sense here of how do I awaken into myself? And that's going to be something that comes up. It's like, it's not like how do I awaken into myself, because that's like too big a thought. Some of us might be thinking that, but it's going to be more of a sense of like, how am I me and happy? Like, how do I get to be just fully me and fully happy? Which is a big enough thought in and of itself, a big enough question. And we're questioning, our awakening, we're questioning our path, we're questioning, how we're seeing ourselves and embracing what we love and what we want. And we're thinking there's something wrong with me, because that's what we're going to go back to, Capricorn. It's like, there's something wrong with me. I just need to follow the rules better. I just need to walk down this path better. I just need to be doing XYZ better. And it's like, no, you don't. You don't. You need to look at yourself and say, what do I really want? And it brings us then to the world. I love it. This is the only upright card in this whole entire reading, and yet it is the world. It is the whole world opening to you. It says a brilliant success. I mean, who doesn't love that? A brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. And there's a real sense of like, I've achieved so much. I've accomplished so much. I've come so far. We're not seeing that in ourselves. We're being really super hard on ourselves. We're expecting a lot. We're not cutting ourselves any break. So being aware of this is going to be important. It moves us then to the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups is walking away from what we once thought we would love. It's like, oh, this isn't working for me. It's an ending as severe as a divorce, but it is also a sense of saying, I choose me, right? I choose me. And in the 8 of Cups, it says here, a desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. And it's like, no, I got to do something big. And yet, with it being reversed, it's like, well, I'm afraid, I'm overwhelmed, I'm doubting. How do I make the changes that I want in my life? How do I move forward towards where I want to be, what I desire, and what I truly want for myself? And so here, there's a bit of stagnation. The world is opening to us, and yet we're like, how do I answer its call? How do I move forward? And it doesn't mean that we have to, do a big move and change everything and go into all these really, really big things. It can be small things that open up the world to us. It can also be opening up our energy field, like ourselves, to the world and say, I'm here for success. I'm ready for it. And our spirit energy and everything around us just being like, oh, I've been waiting for you to say this. And then we're afraid to walk into that energy. And they're like, no, get back here. Get back here. It's time for change. Then we have here renewal. Now, renewal is judgment. It says, review the past and the present so you can plan for a bright new future, understanding your life purpose. And that's what we're questioning here, our life purpose, how we're moving forward, the past, the present, everything. It's releasing judgment of yourself and others. And we're judging ourselves hard. I don't know why July is like this judgy month for everyone, myself included. It's the sense of like, well, you should be doing this and you have to be doing that and you have to be going here and you have to be going there. And it's like, okay, just chill. Just calm it down and center yourself. Just calm it down and say, where do I really want to be? What do I really desire for me? How am I opening the doors? What am I seeing for myself? And here it's it's inwardly looking at ourselves. And instead of listening to the judgment of everybody else, it's turning inward and saying, I'm seeing me now. I'm looking at what I truly need now. And it brings us to the two of wands. This is doors opening, right? When it's reversed, it's doors closing. A bright new future manifests through hard work and creativity. Yes, with it reversed, we're still manifesting it, but we're also really frustrated. It's like, how much longer does it take to manifest what I want? Preparing with others to share your dreams. Great progress being made. And with it reversed, we're not feeling that great progress being made. And this isn't to bum you out and be like, oh my gosh, you know what? July is just another throwaway month. Everything's going terrible. It's never going to be. That's not true at all. There are going to be times during this month where doors close, where you're going to think something is going to happen and then it doesn't. Something falls through. Somebody disappoints you. Somebody says something mean, and you're going to be thinking, that's it. But you're going to have almost like this siren call for the world, calling us, moving us forward, not to, drown ourselves on the rocks, right? like, some sort of Greek tragedy, but to really embrace and to say, I'm opening myself to the world that I want, kind of throw away everybody else's rules, everybody else's judgment. This is what I want for myself. And it brings us then to the sun reverse. That doesn't mean no. I used to think when the sun's reversed for a while there, spirit told me, okay, no, because the sun is a yes card, right? It reverses a no card. That's not true. The reverse, or that's not true for me anymore. The reverse is a not right now. And it says plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to renewal and, commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. And this is a sense of like, okay, well, you know what? I'm struggling right now. And I'm not really feeling like saying thank you for the privilege of struggling and feeling overwhelmed and doubting and fearing. But my gosh, do things get better? My gosh, does this come to an end? And again, the world is calling to me. There is so much more. My world became small and now it's becoming large again. And it moves us then to the the Seven of Swords. There's a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. And that's reverse. We're no longer running away from the truth. We're going to stop. And during this time, we are going to stop and say, you know what? I want the truth. I want to see it openly and honestly. I'm done doubting myself. I'm done, even with grandiosity. Okay? We want really grand things to prove to everybody else, I've made it. I've done it. I've succeeded. Look at me. And Spirit's saying, why? Why do they have to look at you? It's time for you to look at you, Capricorn, and you to see your success, your prosperity, your abundance, your bounty, and be like, I've made it. I've made it because I'm contented. And once that energy comes forward, you're going to find that the most amazing things manifest their way forward for you. The most amazing things come into your world. And it's just going to be like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It moves us then to our spirit message. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a sun in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced at random. So hit the bell notification to be notified when the winner is announced. And if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is linked in the description box below. Angels. Okay, here we go. This is mindful. This is a month to be mindful. We want to be reckless and careless. Everybody wants to. Everybody wants to be reckless and careless and push the boundaries and, crumble things down and build things up and go here and go there and this and that. And it's like, we need to be mindful. We need to act mindfully, compassionately, and courageously. To be of compassion, to be of care, to say, I'm slowing it down. And it brings us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And this is the solar plexus chakra with self-mastery. The solar plexus chakra of, like, I trust my gut. And here we have a blockage. So we're going to have a hard time trusting our gut because we're having a hard time trusting ourselves. So it makes sense. And we can have an upset tummy. We can feel super stressed and have it go to our stomach. So just being aware of this during this time and saying, okay, I'm going to focus on meditating with my solar plexus chakra. I'm going to focus on connecting with my gut, connecting with my energy, connecting with myself. And it moves us then, oh goodness, to hitting the singing bowl. I don't know if you heard that. It moved moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Ooh, right here. The Princess of Pentacles. It's us. We're represented by the pentacles in the minor arcana. We can be childish about things, but we also need to connect with our inner child. We need to connect with our inner selves and say, what do I want? Where do I want to be? How am I moving forward for me? What do I desire in the long run for myself? How am I calling forward my wealth and my prosperity and my bounty? So here with the Princess of Pentacles reverse, it's getting out of our own way is going to be really important. It's also knowing that we are going to be, it's kind of like a kid who's just a little bit too tired, right? And then all of a sudden everything becomes too big for them and they can't remember to act right and everything. It's like a little kid that's too tired. And we're going to feel that within ourselves. It's like, I just want to have a good tantrum. I just want to have a good yell and scream and cry and then get it all out and then, fall asleep. That's just what I want to do. So just being kind to ourselves and knowing, okay, those emotions are going to be there. Let's not let them take us down. Let's not let ourselves become so overwhelmed that we miss the beauty of this time. And the beauty of this time is saying, hey, the world is calling. And it's time to do something selfish. It's time to start walking the path that you've dreamed of. It's time to choose you. And as you choose you, it's going to be a time where you're taking it out of the box, right? You're going to be looking at yourself and saying, what do I want? Where do I need to be? Even if your life is kind of like Emily Dickinson, right? And I know that's going to be like, what? You mean I'm going to live in like a house for my whole entire life and never ever leave? Like that sounds terrible. Or just something that sounds perfect, right? And here there's a sense of like, I'm going to see my world. And even if others look into my world and say, okay, that's small and strange, right? To, want to be connected to your community, that you bake cookies and muffins for the neighborhood children, but you put it outside your house via like a basket, that you lower it down a window, that can be considered strange. Or that can be considered, I want to connect. And this is how I can do it. So that is going to be really, really important during this time for us. And yeah, doors are closing. But doors are also closing so that we start to realize ourselves. We start to gain our power. We start to collaborate with others, look at things differently. And it's like, oh, but what about this? And what about that? And oh, what about this idea? And oh, I never thought about this. And I never saw this. And then what we thought wasn't going to come true, how the sun wasn't going to shine, how it's always going to be rainy and dreary and overwhelming. All of a sudden we see that break of light through the clouds. All of a sudden that sunlight shines in and we're like, I can do this, right? I do have this. Like, that's pretty cool. And we let go of the lies that we've been telling ourselves, the lies that others have told us, the lies that weigh us down, that hold us back. And we start to say, there's more here. There's more here than meets the eye. And that becomes a game changer. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message, which is blissful. It is moving forward, full of bliss. And with that reverse, it's like, okay, how do I fill my cup up with bliss? How do I fill my cup up with joy? I would highly recommend watching movies that make you laugh. I know everybody loves true crime. I get it. Sometimes I fall down the true crime rabbit hole and I don't even know why. I'm like, this is so spooky, but I can't stop watching. And it's terrible because it happened to real people and it's horrible. But here, it's like, be blissful. Fill yourself with joy. Fill yourself with bliss. Fill yourself with happiness. That is going to be just so beautifully important. It moves us then to the soul star chakra, located 6 inches above our crown. And this is soul healing. And here with soul healing, it's connecting, it's healing, it's embracing our joy and what we desire. Excuse me. And it's having that connection with the universe and saying, I'm letting the light in. I'm letting my joy in. It brings us to our energy to be mindful of. It's the 6 of Pentacles. It's everybody wanting a piece of us. It's pulling us this way and that way and making us feel overwhelmed. So do be mindful about that. I laugh because I'm just seeing like one person grabbing this arm and the other person grabbing this arm and they're pulling us. And it's like, I can't be everything to everyone. I have to be it to me. So there is going to feel like that tug of war. It might physically feel like one person's pulling you this way, one person's pulling you that way, especially if you have little kids and if they're like tugging on your clothes, which it's funny when you look back on it. It's not funny when it's happening. So just be aware of that. And it moves us then to the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is honorable, devoted, mature, and warm-hearted. A romantic partner you can trust. And this is lovely. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. Getting involved in a culture or creative endeavor. And this is just a sense of like love leading you forward. The King of Cups rules from the heart, comes from the heart, and embraces the heart. And this is going to be a time where we say, I'm leading from the heart, from my emotions, from what I desire, and I'm opening up the doors. This is a time for me to choose love above everything else, to choose love. And it's not like Romeo and Julieting it, okay? But it is very much saying, I come from a place of love, compassion, forgiveness, and respect. And I'm letting that build. And I'm letting that move forward in my world. And I'm letting that build my world in a way that I could never imagine. And I never had imagined. And I built it in peace. And I built it in love. All right. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Capricorn, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.